In this video, we will be discussing about how to insert a node in a double linked list, right? Suppose I have a linked list like this. I have head pointing to the first node. I have first node as value of suppose 6. This has 0 because it is not pointing anywhere. This is pointing to the second node. And suppose in second node I have address of first node, that is 100, and it has address of third node. If this is pointing here, this is pointing here, this is pointing here, and it has value suppose 7, and I have third node, suppose I have value this time 9, and I have this final part as null because this is my final node. This is pointing to its previous node. So suppose this has address 200 and this has address 300, and this is pointing to its previous node, right? Now suppose I want to insert a node in position 3. At position 3 I want to insert a node, right? So how will I insert? What is the code for insertion, right? So suppose first I take a variable. Suppose I take a variable in position I is equal to 1, right? Now what I will do, I will run a loop, right? So I will take a pointer. Suppose I will take temp, and with each time I will run a loop. Suppose I created a new node, right? And I stored the address of that new node. I stored the address of that new node in a pointer called new node, right? This will have the address. Suppose this is 250, this is 250, and my temp is here at its previous node, right? Suppose it is 200, right? So with help of this new node and temp pointer, I would be able to give this address here, right, 300, and this address here, right, 200, and suppose the value I inserted here is 8, right? So I would be able to create a link, and this is I inserted here 250, and this I inserted here 250. So I would be able to create a new link and my node is inserted, right? So what I will do, first I have not inserted, so I am erasing this. This is 300, this is 200, and these are empty, right? So what I will do now, I have taken this. Now suppose I take a variable struct, I'll take a pointer struct node. I took a pointer new node, and I will store my newly created node in this, right? This is for returning the address of that pointer, and malloc function, it returns pointer. And now size here, I will create one node. So struct node. In previous video I have told you how to create a linked list and a doubly linked list and traverse the complete linked list, right? So my node, I have created a structure for my node, and there I took int data and a pointer which will point to a struct, a data type of a struct node, right? Because I have defined a new user defined data for myself to create these nodes, right? Now what I will do, I will see first when my temp will point here, then I will run a loop. Within that loop my temp will point there at position 2, right? And this is what I want. That means at first iteration my work is done for 3. So I will run a while loop from I up to I less than equal to position minus 1, right? When my temp becomes 2, I don't need that, right? When my I is 1 and when my temp is pointing, when my I is 1, my temp will point to second node, and this is what I want. I don't want to make temp go further, right? So what I am doing here, I will I will give and I will update my temp, right? I will go access my member of structure and give my temp the address which will point to the next node. So in first iteration it will go to second node, right? And this my work will be done. Now what I will do, right? Now what I will do, I will simply, yes, I will take my user input, right? That is scanf percentage d ampersand new node data for inserting data, right? So there I will insert suppose 7, right? And I have to insert here and there the new address, right? So I took a scanf, I took the printf function, I asked my user to input the data, and I took then a scanf function, and at that address my data will be given by user. Now what will happen now? Now what will happen? New node, I will access here the previous part, and I will access here new node the next part, right? So at this previous part I should store this, so this will be pointed by temp, and at this part I have to store this, so it will be temp next, right? So this is done. One link, two links are created. Now I have to create this and this. So for what I will do, see, new node, and then I will go to the previous, and previous will point here. So with help of that I will go to next, and there I will store what? This value. So new node will be stored, right? And then this is also the this I want to do. So with help of new node I will go to next. With help of next I will go to create, and there I will store this, right? From here I went here, from here I went here, and here I will store this, right? So this will be again new node. Let me check whether my code is correct or not. Right, this is correct, this is also correct, right? Yes, this is correct, and right, and okay, I have also done in this a different way. I could have took temp, with help of that I can go there next, and I can store new node also. So this both statement I can choose anyone, right? Both are true, right? So now I will discuss about deletion of a node from my linked list, right? So I am erasing this. Right, now I will write code for deletion. Suppose this is my linked list head. This is pointing here to the first node, this is pointing to the second node, and this is pointing to the third node. Right. This is 100, this is 200, this is 300, this is null and null. Right, last part, and this is 6, 7, 8. Suppose my data are 6, 7, 8. This is 200, this is 300. This is pointing to the previous node, and this is pointing to the previous node. Right. And now at position 2, I want to delete. Right. Now what I want actually, I want that my temp will go here. Right. After my loop will run, and what I want that with help of this I can update this value, right, 300, and with help of this I can also update this value, and I will free this, delete, right. So what I am going to do now, I will take int position in I is equal to 1, right. When my loop will run, suppose first time my loop will run, temp will be from beginning here, but first time when the loop will run, temp will go there, right, and I want to delete from position 2. So this, right, I will run my loop up to when I will become 2, then I have no use of I, so I will be less than position, right, and I will take user input from which position you want to delete, right. So printf scanf, user will tell me from which position he wants to delete in variable position, so it will be scanf %d ampersand position, right. Now in while loop my temp will go ahead as I explained, and I plus plus. Now comes the deletion part, right. Now what I will do, with help of temp I will go to the previous part. With help of that will point here, I will go to the next part. Here I want to store this, right. So what I will do, I will go with help of temp, I will go to next, right. So this will be stored here, and here I want to store, so I with help of temp I will go to next, right, and with help of that I will go to previous, and there I will store, right. Suppose this is 200 and this is, right, this is 200. Now what I did, with help of temp I went to this part, and with help of that, this is pointing here, so I went here, I stored here this address, right. So for that, with help of temp I went to next, and I stored this here. Now with help of temp I will go to next here, and with help of that I went here, previous part. Now here I want to store this value, so this is temp, right. And let me check the code, right. Temp brief next, and then temp next, this is correct. Temp next brief, temp brief, with help of temp, right. Okay, sorry, here I will store 100. This is went out of my head. Hey, from here I will go this, and this I will store here, so it will be temp next. This was the code for deletion, right. So that is it for today.